Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Bake Brigade. Welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's having a good Friday afternoon. I'm doing okay. Well, a little bit of challenges in the last couple of days since, I don't know, I guess all week my neck's been bothering me. And with this little bit of a creak in my neck, last night I decided, I have a muscle relaxer that I take with my regular nightly medication. Because if I don't, I get these little quarter-sized knots along my lower back. I guess it's sciatica. I don't know what it is, but it's been going on for quite a few years now, about 3 or so years that I've gotten these knots. Probably closer to 4 years, something like that. I don't know why I get them, but I just get these knots that are about quarter-sized, and they're just knots that just stay there and just cause me all kinds of problems. But I started taking a muscle relaxer with my nightly meds a long time ago, but sometimes I have to take 2, and so last night I took 2, and it managed to get my neck feeling better and everything, but I found it very difficult to shake the fog when I woke up today. I didn't want to take, because I didn't get up until noon. So I didn't want to take one of those diet pills to have me zooming all over the place. I took a half a diet pill because they tend to wire me up. And then I drank a bunch of water, and now I'm drinking a diet Mountain Dew, to hopefully wake me up. And I took some B12, which usually pumps me up a little bit. Anyway, so if I seem a little droopy, that's because I'm still dealing with the fog of, because on top of the other medicines that make me sleepy, you know, the PTSD medicine I take, the bipolar medicine I take, and the other, I take like 3 different medications for my mental health, and then you throw in the muscle relaxer on top of that. Fog. Fog. So brain fog, you know, is real. And I wanted to do this video because I had some things I wanted to show y'all. Excuse me. Diet Dew. But I did finish my friend Amy's top. I wanted to show y'all that because I hadn't had a chance to show y'all that. But I finished it the other night before last. I don't remember. But and then I went back and looked at the pattern and realized I should have went 24 rounds instead of 22. So I'm gonna hope that this fits her. But I think it probably will. I'm a loose crocheter because of the carpal tunnel, so it should be okay. But this is I used the I love this. This yarn is I did the squares themselves with this Caron cotton cake and the amethyst the amethyst sky yarn, this here, and then I did the trimming and the accent, you know, the accent color which is what you do with the with this granny square pullover pattern. I'll link the pattern and cinnamon stitches tutorial in the description of this video, just in case you want to make one of these yourself. It is pretty simple, and I enjoy making this pattern very much once I learned how to do it. And even though I can't really read patterns per se, but I can go back to that particular pattern and find, you know, how many rows to do that. You know, I can drill down to the sizes and figure out how many rounds to do around the granny square for each size, and how many shaping rows on each side for each size, which is, you know, that's how I can manage to find that in the pattern. But I looked at it wrong when I was doing this, and I looked at it wrong, and I should have did 24 instead of 22, but I'm hoping that it'll be fine. I think it's going to be big enough. She's a 2X, so I think this will be fine. But anyway, this is how it came out. I just did, I did do, when I did shaping to the shoulders, I'd added 3 rows on each side of the neck hole, when I designated how many clusters would be for her neck. And then I did 3 rows on each side of the neck for shaping of the shoulders. And then I did 2 rows on each side of each panel, you know, for the sides. And then I added, once I got it all put together, I did add I did go around one row for the sleeves, and then I added a half double with the I love this cotton and amethyst, just to trim it out. And on the bottom, before I attached the panels, which seemed to be the easiest way to do it, instead of trying to do front post, back post in the round, which is difficult, I decided to do it to the panels before I attached them. So I did on the bottom, I give her a little, you know, ribbed bottom. And so what I did is I did this to the panels before I attached them. And so I did this with the I love this cotton amethyst as well. And since there's this running joke about me and crochet acrobats, I don't do crochet acrobats. This is about as crochet acrobat as I get. It's the front post, back post double crochets. And so I did some of that for her, because that's, you know, that's what friends do. But I did that on the bottom for her so that she could have a nice little waist, you know, area on the bottom of her top. But I did the best as far as I did a little bit of color control so that the centers on the front and the back would be similar. So they're not exactly the same, but they're, you know, they're very similar. So I didn't do any color controlling anywhere else, just so that the both centers from the front and the back would be blue, and then the next color would be purple. And so, you know, because there's no way to really designate front and back on this. At least I don't. Now I do connect mine. I don't, you know, everybody has their own way of, excuse me, of connecting garments putting garments together. Now I connect my garments with a single crochet. I hold it together, and I go through all 4 loops with a single crochet and just connect my stuff that way. It does leave a ridge on the inside, but I feel way more secure doing that, and knowing that this is not going to come loose on her, no matter how many times she washes it, than if I did like a slip stitch or a mattress stitch or a whip stitch. You know, I'm sure that those other stitches probably stay too, but for my worrywart self, I use a single crochet. So I've always done it this way ever since I started making garments or anything else that had to be put together. I use a single crochet. So you know, everybody's, you know, can do it the way they can feel comfortable, but that's how I feel comfortable. And so but my seams look fine, you know, they look fine. So she will feel that seam on the inside, but not terribly, because I'm going to wash this with some fabric softener and soften this up a little bit. Ooh, and there is a little tail right there. Snip. But I think she'll like it. Hopefully it'll fit, since I left off 2 rows, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal. I think it's fine. I do. I think this is a proper 2X, and I think she'll be fine. I think I'm worrying over nothing, hopefully. But she has been losing some weight lately, so hopefully she's overestimated her size as well. And also got in the mail yesterday, I think. Yeah, I think yesterday. Some new colors of the Caron Cinnamon swirls. Now I only got 2 colors because I only could afford at this late in the month. I could only afford a couple of colors, and so I got the couple of colors that appealed to me. Of course, you know, I have found a color that had turquoise in it. Because I wouldn't be me if I didn't do that, right? Well, so I found this color, and in case y'all don't know about the cinnamon swirl cakes, I'll read the specs to you. It's a 4-weight yarn. It recommends a 5mm knitting needle, 5mm crochet hook. You can machine washable and dryable. It's 100% acrylic, 8-ounce cake, 227 grams, 407 yards, and 372 meters. It's they regularly price $12.99. I did not pay $12.99. There was a coupon involved. So, and this color is called Rosemary. Now, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. I have worked this up into a granny square because I'm going to make a sweater out of it. Not for me, because it's a bit on the heavy side, and we don't get that. We don't get the heavy winters down here that folks up north get. So it would make the sweater way too heavy for down here. But I am making a sweater to probably sell. I just wanted to, mainly I think when I started working up the granny square, I didn't really know what I mainly wanted to do it so that I could show y'all how the yarn plays out. And how y'all like my shirt? This is one of them Temu shirts. I just, I guess I wasn't going to get on the Temu bandwagon, but I like their shirts. It's nice and cool. And I spilled some salsa on this one last night when I wore it. I only wore it to go out and then come back in. And so when I come back in, I took it off and washed, and it came right out of it. Me and Johnny went and had some Mexican food last night. Because I've been craving tacos like crazy, but I'm good now. Anyway, I sort of cheated, but not a lot, considering it was a salad. How cheating is that? I don't know, but it's what goes in the salad, right? But this, and then I'm gonna show you how I got this color, which is rosemary, and then I got this color that is sugar. And I know it's neutrals, I know. And this may end up being a sweater too at a later time. I got lots of things on my plate, but this is probably going to be a sweater too. I got some cream colored Premier Basics that'll probably work up with this as an accent color. So that'll work up just fine. Because it's about the same thickness. This is a very thick 4. I mean, yeah, very thick 4. I'm using a 6mm on what I'm working with. And so let me show you and I used all but just a teensy bitty ball that wouldn't go all the way around again. I tried to get it to go around, but it wouldn't go around again. But let me show y'all how this worked up. Yeah, this is really beautiful. But this is how she worked up. I don't know how much y'all can see because of that sun in the background, but this is how she worked up. It's well, it's pretty. So I'm gonna come closer, but it's really, let me fold it out this way to kind of, I can't do anything about that sun, but there we go, that's better. But see how the stripes are very short. They're very, very short. And so, but it's got this deep teal, and then it's got this kind of olive green, cream color, this, what do they call that? It's kind of like purple, but it's, periwinkle maybe? I don't know. And then it's got this little really light blue color, somewhere between teal and blue. And you know, it's really, really beautiful. And then of course it's got this color here that we're going to call Hosta, because that's what I'm going to end up pairing it with, because I only bought 2 cakes. I don't plan on buying any more of them. but this is a Caron 1-pounder that I've had in stash for a while, and the color of this one is Hosta. Now, Caron 1-pounders, I don't know if y'all know about these, but they're a four weight yarn and have almost the same specs, except for this is 16 ounces, 453.6 grams, 812 yards, 742 meters. Now, this color is called Hosta, and when you put it right next to this, it's a good match. Well, this light is not helping me, but when this color, like right there, that color right there, but it's a good match. It matches. This too bright a sun is really not helping me, but trust me when I tell you it's a good match. And I wanted to show y'all a comparison, because I started a thank you gift for someone in some Hobie yarn that I've had on my shelf since I started all this YouTube stuff. And I wanted to show y'all. Now this yarn, it's got some wool in it. This Hobie yarn has like 20% wool, okay? And it's a neutral color. It's got like this tan, this almost brown color here. That's why I picked it, because her favorite color is brown. That's why I picked this, and I wanted to use some of my good yarn because, well, she deserves it. But I'm doing her a big shawl with my V for Victory pattern, because, well, she may not know about my pattern. I don't know. I know she watches some of my videos, but not, she's a busy lady, so she don't have time to watch. But look at that. It's this yarn, I swear. I picked this yarn to do this project because I thought I'm gonna have to snip that off of there. That tiny little, I'm just gonna do that, because it's just one little, it's not gonna hurt the piece altogether, but it's just one little hair that was sticking out, driving me crazy. But this is a splitty yarn. This is that lollipop yarn, and it's a decent thickness and everything. I'm using a 6.5 millimeter with this, a K hook, for those of you that go by the letter. But this is very similar, okay, in colors, very, very similar, okay. But the whole time I was working up this square, here, that yarn never split. Now, when I first started working with the cinnamon swirl cake, because I have another one in another color in a project, but I barely worked with it before I put the project aside and focused on some other stuff. It started off being a real dense yarn, and I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's really dense. Dense meaning not a lot of give to the yarn, not real squishy. I'm not saying it was rough, but just dense. And then, like, within a few rows, probably like maybe 4 rows into the square, it just got real squishy and real soft. And I was like, wow. And then I just started enjoying myself working with it. So, you know, some yarns, I guess, are just like that. That, you know, you have to give it a chance. You know, you can't give up after 4 rows or after 3 rows and say, oh, this is, you know, this is very dense and hard to work with. You know, give it a chance, because if I had just stopped and put it aside and decided not to work with it, I would have missed out on all the squishy, you know, smooth running on my hook that turned out to be wonderful. So don't pass on this cinnamon swirl yarn because of somebody else's opinion. Buy a cake and make your own opinion. I enjoy it. I have it in 2 other colors, and I'm definitely going to be working it up some more. I probably will buy some more in other colors at some point. But now that I've worked up this square and plan on making, I got one more. I got this one. I got this one to work up in the other square to do the sweater, and that sweater will be for sale at some point. I don't know if I'm going to finish it right away because I really got to get to going on Will's blanket. The reason why Will's blanket hasn't made any progress is because we've been in triple heat, and stretching a blanket across my lap in triple digit heat has just not appealed to me. And I'm sure those of you that live in the southern states, Texas and Arizona and Georgia and Alabama, and y'all know what I'm talking about. And some of the northerner states too. I know Illinois is getting hit with hot temperatures, and all over, really, all over our United States are getting hit with hot temperatures. So it's really hard to work on blankets when it's this hot outside. So I'm finding it very difficult to work on that blanket because it's so hot. But I'm going to. That'll probably be the weekend. I'll probably just devote the whole weekend to just working on that, regardless of how hot it is. I'll just be drinking a lot of water. But I got to get cracking on it because his birthday is in a couple of weeks. So I got to get going on it. I'll probably end up having to buy him something else for his birthday and then give that to him sometime in the month of September. Because Lord knows I'm probably not going to be done by his birthday. I got sidetracked with these other things, and that's just how it happens. But the good thing is he doesn't know about the blanket, so he can't be disappointed in me. So I'm just a little disappointed in myself, but it'll be okay. I'll find something else for him, and but hopefully he's told me he'll do a video for me today. So with the cards and stuff that he's gotten so far. So hopefully he has time to do that with me here in a little while, and you might get a second video out of us today. But I wanted to come on and show you my finished top, and show you this new colors of the cinnamon swirl cakes. I think the swirl cakes are probably here to stay because they're really nice yarn. Once you start working into it and get once you get into the cake, it really softens up, and it's super squishy, and it's just and the stitch, and it gives you really good stitch definition. Super great. Now the stripes are short. The stripes are short, hard breaks. There's no color control in this yarn. There's no way to color control because the stripes are so short. So if you are really particular about how things look, if you're really, a perfectionist and want everything to be color controlled, then this is probably not the yarn for you. If you are, like me, just let the colors go where they're going to go, then great, you'll love it. Because the squishy factor is great. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to working with it some more. I got enough in these other colors. I got it these other colors I have been discontinued. Well, I don't know if this, I think this has probably been discontinued. The Sun and Surf, I think this one's probably been discontinued. I got quite a few of these. Yeah, this one, I got one of these in a project that I'm probably not going to finish because I haven't gone anywhere with it. This is too dense of a yarn for that project, so I'll end up doing something else with it. But I got five in a partial cake of these, and then I got 6 of these, and this has definitely been discontinued, and this one is called Lilac and Lime. So this is going to be a cardigan. So yeah, this is definitely going to be another wearable. This is going to be a cardigan for somebody. So that was part of that Michaels order that I got some months back that was damaged, and I ended up getting a partial refund for, because some of the, you can't tell, but one of the cakes in the back there is kind of jacked up. But it's okay. But anyhow, look for this in the near future to be a completed sweater. And I'm going to make it a 3X sweater, and I'll be selling it. So look for that in the near future. And I'll have that available to whoever wants it. I know often handmade sweaters, crochet sweaters, are geared towards smaller people, and so I'm not going to do that when I make handmade sweaters. And I'm not going to do custom things as far as my stuff. I'm just going to make them, and then I'll tell y'all about them, and whoever, you know, gets to me first will be the one that gets it. So that's just how I'm going to do it. I'm not good with custom things. I thought I was, when I did that video with my sale items, I thought I was going to be able to do custom things, but I'm just not. It's a mental thing with me. I thought I could handle that, but then, you know, and then the more I thought about it, it's like, that's too much like having a boss. And I don't do well with people, you know, I don't do well with that. So I just rather make some up, you know, how I, you know, just make some up in various sizes, and then, you know, tell y'all about them and tell you the price, and you can, you know, email me, and if you want to buy it, and we'll, you know, go from there. I do have PayPal, Venmo, and Cashappp. All that information is in my description under the videos. So if at any time, you know, you see something on the channel that you want to buy, and that I'm making, then just, you know, just shoot me an email, and we'll talk about it. Like I said, this will be a sweater later. I know there's a lot of neutral color lovers, you know. The person that I'm going to be making a cardigan for out of this will not need all 6 cakes. So there will likely be a sweater, a regular pullover sweater like that made with this also. So yeah, she's not a big person. So anymore she's not. So but a cardigan I'll make with that for her. And anyway, but that's where things are right now. But this lollipop yarn has really disappointed me. The yarn is splitty, and it tangles at the least little bit. But I'm going to finish this. I got 2 of these that I'm going to make into this thank you gift for someone. I'm not going to mention because I don't want to spoil the surprise. But I will be washing this with fabric softener so I can, and then I'll hang it up to dry because it's got wool in it, and I don't want it to go fuzzy if I throw it in the dryer. And I think if I throw it in the dryer, it'll get real super fuzzy. But this is going to be pretty. The color transition is really nice on it. I give it that, and it's reasonably soft already. But these are her colors, and I think she'll enjoy this when I get it, you know, nice and big. So and these are 300 and oh, I got it upside down. Yeah, 382 yards. So nearly, you know, it'll be nearly 800 yards. And so when I'm done, but I'm using a 6.5 K hook, so that'll make it, that usually, even though it recommends like I forgot what it see. Oh, it does recommend a 6 millimeter, so I'm only up a 0.5 millimeter from what it recommends, so that's fine. But it's really thick. But if you compare it to this, it's not even as good, you know. To me, if you had a choice from buying from Denmark and getting this lollipop yarn and paying like $12 a cake for, to me, honestly, they're the same price. This goes on sale all the time. This lollipop yarn from Hobie, it goes on sale all the time. And rather than waiting 2 weeks for it to come in the mail, you might as well go to Michael's and get you one of these, and you'll get more yardage and 100% acrylic and softer, and you can wash it in the washer and dryer without a problem. Plus, it's not splitty. So, just to let you know, that's my opinion. That's not going to be everybody's opinion, but that's my current opinion. I just wanted to use a more, what a lot of people would consider higher end yarn for my thank you gift. And it's working up fine. I know, a lot of times splitty yarn work is usually worth it in the end. So I'm not gonna stop working with it because it's splitty. I'm gonna push through and make my project, and then I'm gonna get a few more goodies for a care package, and mail off a thank you gift. So because that's what we do. I don't let folks just do for me and me not do back, because that's just not who I am. But anyway, it just depends, really. Carla knows. But I love y'all, and so does Jesus. And please remember to adopt, don't shop. Your best friend could be waiting for you at the shelter or the rescue. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye now.